Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Devontae Colonel. Welcome to the Inspired Challenge podcast. Let me go ahead and introduce Mr. Alonzo Williams.
Devontae, thank you for having me.
I think a lot of people hear like, hey, work hard, be the hardest working person. How can a regular worker build a good, healthy, feeding work relationship with someone that has skills that can build them up?
Devontae, you know what's really interesting to me? I look back at my entire career and I'm trying to figure out a one time that I went to somebody who was a level, 2 levels, 3 levels up from where I was stationed at the time. And I'm trying to remember the one time that I went and asked them something and they told me no. I do believe deep down inside, most people who don't advance inside of a work environment don't advance because they either don't want to, they're intimidated, they're in their own head. But whatever the reason or rationale is, they don't ask. And they assume that somebody should recognize what they're doing in the workplace. And then a lot of times they wonder, why did so-and-so get ahead? Do you fit the core values of the company? And then do you have the ability to get it, want it, or capacity to do the job? Normally people get their reviews and they, well, you did this year, and you did that this year, and you did this year, and then here's your 4% increase in salary. And they're pumped about it. But this takes it a completely different way. It says, hey, the values of our company are A, B, C, D, and E, whatever those values are. Do you meet the values of the company? And if you do, you get a 1. If you're exceptional at meeting the value, you get a 2. If you don't meet the value, you get a 0. If you get a 0 in any one of those values, you're automatically terminated.
Oh, wow.
Because you don't really believe in what we believe, so you don't need to be here. Mm-hmm. But if you meet the values, you demonstrate that, then you should be here. Mm-hmm. But then the other part of it is get it, want it, capacity to do it. Do you get the job? Do you want the job? And do you have the capacity to do the job? And if you fit all 3 of those, then you had a very good review. Based on that, we'll determine where I'll put you on the salary scale.
Yeah.
But this is what it boils down to.
What were those 3 for the audience real quick? You said, get it. So as in comprehend, understand it, want the job. So are you coming with the fire and the energy and the spirit of wanting to do well with it? Mm-hmm. And then capacity?
Mm-hmm. In other words, I might get what a quarterback really needs to do. I get it. I'm supposed to lead the team, supposed to make sure that everybody understands their role. Okay, perfect. I might want it. Well, shoot, yeah, who wouldn't want to be the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys or the Miami Dolphins or the Pittsburgh Steelers? Well, of course I want that job and the salary that comes along with it. But if I can't throw a football 5 yards and I don't have the capacity to do the job,
that's what I wanted to ask you about. Mm-hmm. So for the guy that is at work and he wants it so bad, he understands like this and that, but when it comes to him putting his hands to whatever the thing is, he just seems to like break whatever he touches. He's got the butter fingers. He's forgetting maybe to do this thing, and he just does not have the ability to actually get it done. What does that person do?
So if I'm at the company, and I'm this person's direct report, does he adhere to the core values of the company? If he gets a 1 in all of them, he's got a 2 in a couple of them, or whatever it is, then I know he identifies with who we are. Now, as his direct report, he gets the job, he wants the job, he just doesn't have the capacity to do the job. Now, it's up to me to find a role inside the organization that he's got the capacity to do. So let's just say, just take any kind of company, a manufacturing company. He's a welder or whatever it is, and he's got the capacity to be a welder. Does he get it? Yeah. He's got a license in it. He knows what to do.
Right.
But does he want it? No, he don't want it. He want to be a manager. Mm-hmm. Well, okay, Bob, you don't have the capacity to be a manager.
Yeah.
Capacity to be a welder. But if you don't want to be a welder, I can't make you be one. You want to be a manager, but you don't have the capacity. You've got to fit all 3. Mm-hmm. And then that's what will make you special at the office. There's an older book, it's been around a long time now, called Good to Great. Mm-hmm. A guy named Jim Collins wrote it. And, he's talking to a lot of, and this book's been around, I don't know, at least 10, 12 years now. It's a staple read for non-entrepreneurs. But one of the things he talks about is having the right people on the right bus, sitting in the right seats. If you've got the wrong people getting on your bus in your company, you got a problem. And then if you got the right people getting on your bus, okay, life's good. But if you got them sitting in the wrong seats, life is still just as bad. You need the right people getting on the bus and those right people sitting in the right seats. And if that's happening, then life is good at a company.